what I said. Then we got running. It started to rain, and then we backed up. That's what I was telling him. We backed up a vehicle.
Number 34, Bo Rudy.
This beats that.
Batting cleanup, playing third base. 00, Brody Hinton.
This is a good team.
Hitting fifth, playing first base. Number 13, Blake Rogers. Batting sixth, playing second base. Number 21, Holt Roberts.
They did put him out there for a few innings.
Hitting seventh,
I don't think they did
number
that.
17, Tyler Forrester.
First kid smoked one.
Batting eighth,
First
number
kid in
8,
face.
Barrett Dougherty.
Everybody's going to throw up right there on the mound.
Batting ninth, playing
Then you
right
settle
field,
down,
number
okay,
25,
first kid.
Cooper Jackson. Playing left field for the Trojans, number 3, Jackson Scally. Now, for your Calhoun Yellow Jackets, leading off, playing center field, number 18, CJ Hawkins. Batting second, playing third base, number 34, Cooper Evans. Batting third, playing left field, number 7, Cody Chadwick. Batting cleanup, DH, number 44, Saker Quinn. Batting fifth, pitching, number 2, Jack Bishop. Batting sixth, playing first base, number 1, Spencer Evans. Batting seventh, playing shortstop, number 8, Rifkin West. Batting eighth, playing right field, number 23, Isaac Green. And batting ninth, catching, number 15, Luke Sims. You will please, everyone rise for the leader back. Please join us in a moment of silence for Cody Bishop, wife of Coach Justin Bishop and mom of Jack Larson Bishop. Cody was called home recently after a long battle with cancer. We will miss her presence here, but we know we will always have her spirit with Jack. Thank you.
Sure.
Good afternoon, everyone. Well, thank everyone for tuning in to our first broadcast here on YouTube. We have the Gordon Lee Trojans taking on the homestanding Calhoun Yellow Jackets. On the bump today for the Yellow Jackets will be right-handed pitcher number 2, Jax Bishop. The Trojans come in with a overall record of 0-1 with a opening game loss to the Christian Heritage Lions 8-4. Calhoun comes into this game with a 0-2 record, losing to Cedartown and Beaufort. So two pretty good teams. So Mr. Bishop will finish his warm-up tosses. Doing the catching today for Calhoun will be Luke Sims as he fires down to second. Gets the ball back and we are underway. So stepping in to lead off the contest will be the center fielder, number 2, Nate Dunphy. First pitch of the ball game is a fastball, bounded out to second, as Jordan will throw on to first for out number 1. So one pitch and one out. We are underway. So one down, that will bring up the shortstop, Cade Cowan. As Dunphy gives a scouting report to the on-deck hitter, Bo Rudy. First pitch is a fastball inside corner for a called strike. No balls and one strike. Next pitch is fastball. It misses wide, and that will leave it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. As Bishop deals, here's the 1-1. There is a changeup as that will catch the inside corner for a called strike. Quickly 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bishop kicks the 1-2 to Cowan. There's a fastball pop right side, and that will reach the other side of the field. So our first souvenir of the day. Here's the 1-2. Here's a breaking ball, swung on and missed. Catcher will field and throw on to first to retire Cowan for out number 2. So 2 down, that will bring up the starting pitcher for the Trojans today, number 34, Bo Rudy. Rudy is a Kennesaw State University commit, making his first start of the season. First pitch by Bishop is swung on and missed. Bishop kicks. Here's the 0-1 to Rudy. Here's a fastball. It catches the outside corner. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes on Rudy. Bishop, quick worker, kicks the 0-2. Here's a fastball. Misses inside off the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 to Rudy. There's a breaking ball, tapped foul left side. Ugly finder in and out of the Trojan dugout. Bishop kicks. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's a fastball. Misses high.
I did that. That my back was really bad. Got some training involved in training today. I'm hoping.
As Bishop looks over his glove, gets the sign he likes, kicks the 2-2. There's a breaking ball, swung on and missed. Catcher will fire down to first, and that will retire the side in order. So for the Trojans in the top of the first inning, nothing doing. So as we go to the bottom of the first inning, your score is Gordon Lee nothing and Calhoun's coming up. So as we get underway here in the bottom of the first inning, Bo Rudy is on the bump for the Trojans. We'll give you the defensive lineup here shortly. First pitch to center fielder C.J. Hawkins is a fastball over for a called strike. Rudy is also a notoriously quick worker. Next pitch is a fastball taken for a called strike. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Rudy kicks the 0-2. There's a fastball taken for a call, 3rd strike. Quickly, 1 down. Good start by Mr. Rudy. So 1 down, that will bring up the third baseman, number 34, Cooper Evans. First pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. So defensively for the Trojans, and Brody Jenner at third, Cade Calhoun manning the shortstop position. There's a fastball. Nicks the outside corner and nicks off of Barrett Dockery's mitt for a called strike, 0-2. Trojans have Holt Roberts at second, Blake Rogers at first. Finish here shortly if Bo will give me a chance. Quickly, 0-2. There's a fastball, swung on and missed. So 2 up, 2 down via the strikeout. That will bring up the left fielder number 7, Cohen Chadwick. So 2 down, both on strikeout swinging. There's a fastball, tapped foul, first base side. So in left field for the Trojans will be Jackson Scally. Center field will be Nate Dunphy. And Mr. Cooper Jackson getting his first start of the season, fresh off the end of the Trojan basketball season. Next pitch is a fastball, misses outside, leaving it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. As Rudy kicks, here's the 1-1. There's a fastball, misses low, 2 balls and 1 strike. We have a picture perfect evening here at Calhoun. Wind blowing in from right center field. Temperatures in the mid 70s. There's a fastball, tapped foul. Nice play there. Nice barehanded play there by the first base coach. Sacrificing body and limb for that rocket shot down there. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Chadwick. As he digs back in, is Rudy customary deep breath. He kicks in the 2-2 pitch. There's a ball hit out to second. Holt Roberts will gobble it and throw on to first to retire the side. So, as did the Trojans in the top of the first inning, in the bottom of the first, the Jackets with nothing doing. We are moving to the top of the second inning with your score knotted at 0. All right, so leading off the top of the second inning will be the third baseman, Brody Jenner, as Bishop is out for his second inning, which should be no surprise to anybody after him mowing down the first inning. There's a first pitch breaking ball, catches the outside corner for a called strike. No balls and 1 strike on Jenner. As Bishop kicks, here is the 0-1. There's a fastball, misses wide. That will even it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. One is a fastball as that misses wide. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the kick in the 2-1 to Jenner. There's a changeup, tap to third. Third baseman will field. He will gun it across to retire Jenner for out number 1. So that will bring up the first baseman, Blake Rogers. So 1 down here in the top of the second inning. As Bishop kicks the first pitch to Rogers. Here is a fastball just off the outside corner for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Rogers. There's a ball hit out to short. Oh, nice short pick there by shortstop. He will fire on to first to retire Rogers for out number 2. Nice pick there by the shortstop Rick West to knock that ball down on the short hop, fielded it, and threw out Rogers. So 2 down, quickly 2 down. That will bring up the second baseman Holt Roberts. There's a first pitch breaking ball in the dirt, 4-1. Rate this game's going, we may be out of here in an hour and a half. Here's the kick and the 1-0. There's a fastball. Misses low for ball 2. If we were playing 55 feet, that may have been a strike right down the middle. Just a little short of the 60 feet, 6-inch distance. So 2-0. There is a fastball. Nice pitcher's pitch there on 2 balls and no strikes. Catches the outside, or I'm sorry, the inside corner. So 2 balls and 1 strike on Roberts. Here's a slider. That ball was swung on and missed by Roberts, and that will leave it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's the kick and the 2-2 to Roberts. There's a breaking ball over 4, called strike 3. So once again for the Trojans in the top of the second inning, nothing doing. We will go to the bottom of the second inning with your score still tied at 0.
Now batting for Calhoun, number 44, St. Quinn.
So leading off here in the bottom of the second inning will be a number 44 that I do not have on their lineup, so we will just stick with number 25, Sager Quinn. So 1 ball and 1 strike. There's a fastball swung on and missed quickly. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the number 44, who we do not have his name because Calhoun did not have him on the roster. There's a fastball swung on and missed. So quick work there of mystery man number 44. So 1 down.
Now batting number 14,
You get in their way. You want to get that paper? Come on.
As that will bring up Avery Shiflett. There's a fastball that misses low for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 to Shiflett. There's a fastball swung on and missed. That will even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike here in the bottom of the second inning. There's a fastball swung through and missed. It knocked Barrett Dockery's mitt off his hand. So quickly, 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's both pitchers just rolling merrily along here in the early goings. There's a fastball tapped foul at the plate. Count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2 as Bo Rudy kicks and delivers. Breaking balls, that misses low. He was up 2-2. If you're not familiar with Calhoun baseball, this is a very storied tradition as they have their 4 state championships posted on their dugout in 1974, 2000, 2005, 2010. Have 3 retired jerseys on their left field wall. Longtime coach Chip Henderson, who the field is named after. Finish going over those here after the payoff pitch to Avery Shiflett. There's a fastball hit into right field as that will hit in safely. Cooper Jackson will come over and pick it up, and he will get it back in. So there is the first hit of the ball game. That will bring out first baseman Spencer Evans with 1 down here in the bottom of the second. So the other 2 jerseys is number 6, Mr. Charlie Culberson, who is a legend around these parts, not only Calhoun, but also of Atlanta Braves fame, as well as many other Major League Baseball teams, and Mr. Josh Smoker. As Smoker had a stint with the New York Mets out of their bullpen a few years ago. And now we've got a courtesy runner, pinch runner. Not sure what we have. We do know there's 1 out. First baseman Spencer Evans will step in, first base runner of the game. So Bo Rudy will come set, fire over to first as the pinch runner is back safely. Rudy comes set just above the belt. First pitch is a fastball over for a called strike. Quickly, no balls and 1 strike here on Evans, who is hitting in the 6th hole this evening for the Jackets. Nice size crowd. There's a bounder. Holt Roberts will field. He will throw on to first as Blake Rogers shows his uppity ups and squeezes it for out number 2. So 2 down. That will bring up the shortstop, Ripken West, with the runner Shiflett, who exited the field and came back on, so he did stay in the game, no courtesy or pinch runner. He will take his lead at second base. First pitch from Rudy is a fastball, as that will hit off of Dockery's mitt for ball 1. Shiflett will move up 90 feet on the pass ball. So West in the 7th spot, looking to drive home the first run of the ball game. There's a fastball inside, fought off foul. That will even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. The infield and outfield both are straight away here for West. There's a fastball swung through and missed every stitch, so that will run the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. So we are here in the bottom of the second inning, no score. See if Rudy can come up with the magic pitch to keep it scoreless. There's a fastball that misses low, kicks away from Dockery, not far enough for an advance. So that will even up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. As Rudy will go from the windup. He kicks in the 2-2 pitch. There's a fastball. That is wide. And that will run the count full. Here's the payoff pitch. There's a fastball. That misses up and in. 4, ball 4. So West will reach with a 2-out walk. And that will bring up the right fielder, Isaac Green. Yet another left-handed hitter that Calhoun has. So runners on the corner with 2 down. See if Reed can work out of this jam here in the bottom of the second inning. There's a fastball as that catches the outside corner. 4, a fast strike. No balls, 1 strike. Reed comes set at the belt. Kicks here at the 0-1. There's a fastball, center cut right down Peachtree for a called strike. So quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. See if Calhoun has some movement here with runners at first and third and 2 outs. Here's a kick, the 0-2. There's a fastball, chases in off the plate. So 1-2. So we are scoreless here in the bottom of the second inning. Jackets with a scoring opportunity. There's a fastball, fisted foul down the left side. Count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. As the lights start to take effect here at Chip Henderson Field. This beautiful late February evening, mid-70s. Rudy sets. Green will ask for time and is granted. We have winds coming in from right center field about 10 miles per hour. Here's the kick. The runner is off. There's a ball high. There is a run that will score. Not sure what play that was there. Dockery threw to second, and nobody was covering second, so it was a stolen base for West and an easy first run for Calhoun. Here's a ball tapped back to Rudy. He will field. He will underhand to Rogers. 4 out, number 3. So for Calhoun in the bottom of the second inning, score 1 run on 1 hit. There were no Trojan errors and 1 base runner left. As we go to the top of the third inning, your new score is Calhoun 1 and Gordon Lee nothing.
if she knows I'm chasing her, she'll go faster. So I'm like, okay, let's just keep this running.
How old is she?
She will be 4 months. Yeah, the 28th she'll be 4 months. So, yeah, I think she's gonna be as big as Pretzel. She is. So I'm gonna breed her and Pretzel. Because I didn't have them either. I was debating on from one in September. So I talked to the vet and I said, if I wait a little bit, am I doing any harm? And she said no. Jay's problem is you want to keep all of them. So you're gonna have to keep JJ out of his house because that's gonna need to be a dog house. So no, but we lost Conslinger. This Conslinger health problem. They're easy. I lost mine. Remember Murphy? He had a massive heart attack in December and we lost him just yeah, it was pretty unexpected. That's why we ended up with her. Oh yeah, he went into cardiac arrest and he healthiest dog and I had just now that I think back I noticed a few things that were kinda off. Nothing that was like a major red flag or that really needs to come and look at, but I had just left to get in my bed and watch the squirrels out the window. I had literally just said, Bridget, go see the squirrels. And I was walking around the room, I came back.
So we have a pitching change for Calhoun. Taking over on the bump will be left-handed hurler number 14, Avery Shiflett.
Coming out of it, he lifted his head and then he laid it down and went limp and he threw him in the car.
So as we move to the top of the third inning, Tyler Forster, serving as the DH today, will lead off. First pitch is over for a called strike. Here's the pitch, the 0-1. There's a breaking ball. Swung through and missed. For a no ball and 2 strike count. There's another breaking ball, swung on and missed. So 3 pitches, 3 strikes. And that is all you get. So 1 down. That will bring up the catcher, Barrett Dockery. And Shiflett kicks first pitch. Is a fastball, misses just a little low for ball 1. But one thing Calhoun is not short of is running some arms out there. As Bishop started the game going 2 innings, looked very good. Shiflett, there's a fastball on the outside corner for a called strike. Evens it at 1 ball and 1 strike. Rumor through the grapevine is that Calhoun has 3 arms that he run out there that's 90 or better. There's a fastball, center cut for a called strike. Quickly 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's a fastball that is fouled back. Count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes on Dockery. We'll kick in the 1-2. There's a breaking ball. Catches Dockery looking for a call 3rd strike. So 2 up and 2 down, both by the K. And that will bring up the right fielder, number 25, Cooper Jackson. First pitch to Jackson. It is a fastball off of the catcher's mitt to the backstop for ball 1. See if Cooper can put the ball in play here and show his speed off. He was a master at the high hopper to shortstop last season. Not sure how many base hits that Cooper had, but he had more than I could probably count on one hand. There's a fastball, misses up. So quickly 2 balls and no strikes. So maybe Mr. Shiflett has met his kryptonite. Cooper Jackson having a little trouble finding the strike zone. There's a fastball, catches the outside corner for a steep rocky one. 2 balls and 1 strike on Jackson. As Coach Dunphy will have a chat with Cooper, giving him some advice. If I know Coach Dunphy, he's probably telling him, hey, just this is a little bit smaller ball than basketball, but just put the good part of the bat on the ball, and as hard as Mr. Shiflett's throwing, it will go. Shiflett will come set, going from the stretch with nobody on. There's a fastball that catches the outside corner. And that will even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Trojans looking for their first base runner. But it will not happen here in the third, as a breaking ball will get Jackson swinging. Nothing doing for the Trojans in the top of the third on 13 pitches. We will move to the bottom of the third inning. Your score remains Calhoun 1 and Gordon Lee nothing. All right, leading off here in the bottom of the third for Calhoun will be the catcher, Luke Sims. As Bo Rudy's out for his third inning of work. There's a 1-0. There's a fastball lifted back and out of play as it bounces around in the football stadium, which is directly behind home plate here at Chip Henderson Field. There's a breaking ball as that will miss off the plate for a 2 ball and 1 strike count. So 3 balls and 1 strike on the number 9 hitter, Luke Sims. So we play here in the bottom of the third, Calhoun with a 1-0 lead. There's a fastball, outer third, swung on and missed. As that will run the count full, 3-2. The payoff pitch, there's a fastball. So that just misses low for ball 4. So that will be a leadoff walk. So that will move us to the top of the lineup. C.J. Hawkins will step in. Hawkins is the center fielder. He struck out looking in his first plate appearance. So no outs. Have a courtesy runner for Luke Sims did not get the jersey number, so hopefully run won't score, it won't matter. As Rudy comes set, another quick throw to first, as the base runner is back safely. As Rudy comes set at the belt, first pitch is a breaking ball that stays high. 4-1. Well, zipping right along here. We've played 2.5 innings in about 38 minutes. Next pitch, there is a fastball bunted back to the backstop. It will even it up at 1-1 strike. Have some bullpen activity going for the Trojans as sophomore Aiden Goodwin is warming up. Next pitch by Rudy, there is a bunt attempt up the first base line as Barrett Dockery will touch it on the right side of the line for a foul ball. So 1-2 strikes. Since Mr. Hawkins is willing to lay a sack bunt down to get it out, maybe he'll just double our pleasure here with a 6-4-3 twin killing. As Rudy comes set, kicks the 1-2. There's a breaking ball, swung on and missed. As Hawkins will be retired on strikes, as Sims will move up to second on the wild pitch. Not sure if Mr. Hawkins knew he was out or if he's trying to be a little sneaky, but umpire tells him, no, sir, you need to take a right turn into the dugout. So 1 down. That will bring up the third baseman, Cooper Evans. Evans, also a strikeout victor, swinging in his first at bat. First pitch is a fastball outside for ball 1. And Hammond is the courtesy runner at second base. There is a blistering fastball. It catches the outside corner. That will even up the count at 1-1 strike on Evans. Here's the kick, the 1-1. There's a breaking ball as Mr. Evans was guessing the unleaded and got the yacker on that one. So 1-2 strikes, and he was nowhere close to that breaking ball. See if Rudy comes back with it. Runner is off on the pitch. He is. There's a swing and a miss. Dockery will block it up nicely. He will throw on to first to retire Evans for out number 2. So that will go as a strikeout, 2-3 on the put out. Hammond will be credited with a stolen base as he was off on the pitch. So 2 down. That will bring up the left fielder, Cohen Chadwick. So 2 down as the Trojans pitching coach Thomas Gray comes out, has a word for Mr. Rudy. So Chadwick grounded out to second to end the first inning. So, we're in the bottom of the third. It's a big insurance run right now, considering that we have had 1 hit in the ball game. And we're in the bottom of the third inning. First pitch from Rudy is a fastball, skied left side, and that will reach the grass for strike 1. Rudy kicks the 0-1 There's a fastball. It's that. Misses just off the outside corner. That will even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Rudy kicks 1-1. There's a fastball. Yanked. Foul. Wide of the bag at first. That will run the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes on Chadwick. See if Rudy can dial up the Uncle Charlie here for a 3rd strike. Kicks E, 1-2. There's a breaking ball. Uncle Charlie swung on and missed. As Dockery will squeeze it, and that will retire the side. So 4, Calhoun in the bottom of the 3rd inning. No runs, no hits, and 1 base runner left. We move to the top of the 4th inning. Your score remains Calhoun 1 and Gordon Lee nothing.
The Calhoun Home Run Club would like to thank the following sponsors.
So leading off here in the top of the 4th for the Trojans. They will flip the order. So Nate Dunphy will be up for his 2nd time. So far we have had 9 up and 9 down for the Trojans. As Shiflett on for his 2nd inning of work. First pitch to Nate Dunphy is a fastball outside for ball 1. There's a breaking ball. Must have stayed inside from my vantage point, so 2-0 on Dunphy. See if Dunphy can reach here and make something happen on the base pass. See if we can put a crooked number on the board here. There's a fastball. That is taken low for ball 3. So 3-0 on Dunphy. I'm sure there's a old take sign here. There's a fastball. It splits the heart of the plate for Stevie Rock 1. So 3 balls and 1 strike on Dunphy here in the top of the 4th inning. 3-1. There is a ball low for ball 4. So good start there for the Trojans as Dunphy reaches with a leadoff walk. And that will bring up Cade Cowan as Coach Mike Dunphy flashes the signs from 3rd. With a left-hander on the mound, that will cut the lead down for Dunphy. So I would say that Mr. Cowan may have got the bunt sign here. We will see. First pitch from Shiflett. It says Cowan shortens up to bunt, takes a ball in the dirt, blocked up nicely there by Sims for ball 1. So to say this has been a pitcher's duel thus far is an understatement, as each team has had 3 at-bats, and we have 1 hit between those 27 outs. There's a snap throw to first as Dunphy is back safely. As Calhoun will step back in. This Dunphy will Shiflett. He will come set just above the belt. Kicks in the 1-0. There is a bunt attempt. As that bunt is a foul ball, as that ball is off of Calhoun. As the Calhoun coach will come out and question that foul ball, saying that Calhoun was out of the batter's box when that ball made contact with him. So we will see what the umpires come up with. And that is a foul ball. So 1 ball and 1 strike on the bunt attempt, which I'm not sure why they're discussing that, because if the field umpire had that as interference, he should have called it without a conference with the home plate umpire. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch here is a fastball. There's a snap throw to first. Dunphy is on his way to second. He is in safely ahead of the tag. As that will go as a strike. Dunphy will be credited with a stolen base as strayed too far off first. Catcher threw in behind him. Dunphy saw that. He put his head down and motored into second base just ahead of the throw from the first baseman. So runner at second with no outs. 1-2 from counter. There's a breaking ball hit into left field for a base hit. Dunphy will throw out the anchor at third base. There's a throw that is not cut off as Cade Cowan will move up to second base with the first safety of the evening for the Trojans. So Dunphy will move up to third. Cowan will move up to second on the throw. So it's even better than a sack bunt. So now Trojans have something brewing here in the top of the fourth. Have second, third with nobody out. That will bring up Bo Rudy. See if Rudy can help himself here. First pitch from Shiflett is a fastball over for a called strike. So see if the Trojans can play a little small ball here. Infield is back, conceding run, so ground ball short or second. We will have a tie ball game. There's a fastball that is fouled back by Rudy, so no balls and 2 strikes. See what Shiflett goes with here. His out pitch last inning with 2 strikes is the nasty breaking ball. We'll see if Rudy gets the breaking ball or the express here with 2 strikes. There's a fastball wasted high and outside. Now I would guess here that Mr. Shiflett's going to come with the old yellow hammer here with 2 strikes after a fastball up. There's a ball hit into right center field. That is a base hit as Bo Rudy comes through with a 2 RBI knock, and that will give the Trojans their first lead of the night. So that will go as an RBI single for Rudy as Dunphy and Cowan will score. As Bo Rudy will give way to a courtesy runner, as we will have number 9 Peyton Gross coming in. A clutch hit there by senior Bo Rudy. Gives the Trojans a 2-1 lead here in the top of the 4th inning. So that will bring up the 3rd baseman, Mr. Brody Jenner. See if the Trojans can keep the line moving here with nobody out. First 3 reaching. Leadoff walks. More than likely in this game will come back to haunt you, and it has here for Calhoun here in the top of the 4th inning. As Shiflett will come set. First pitch to Jenner. Here is a breaking ball. That is over for a called strike. No balls and one strike. As Gross got his marching orders from Coach Dunphy before going to first base. Shiflett kicks. Here's the 0-1. There is a bunt attempt as Jenner will foul that bunt attempt off. So quickly, no balls and two strikes. As Shiflett will come set just above the belt. There's a throw to first as Gross is back safely. So no balls and two strikes on Jenner as Shiflett comes set. Kicks. Here's the 0-2. There is a breaking ball. Swung. So one down. And that will bring up Blake Rogers. Rogers is 0 for 1. Made good solid contact, but grounded out with a nice short hop pick. His first at bat from shortstop Rickman West to throw him out. 0-1 down. As Shiflett kicks. First pitch to Rogers. There's a breaking ball. Snaps low. 4. Ball 1. Gross with above average speed. Outfield is somewhat shallow for Rogers, so if he could find a gap, we could see Mr. Gross's speed. Tough matchup. Anytime you've got a lefty-lefty matchup, always favors the pitcher, unless your name's Tony Gwynn. As Shiflett kicks the 1-1 to Rogers. There's a fastball. That is skied left side, and that will be out of play. That will even up the count. Have to, in the post-game interview, have to talk to Rogers. Looks like he was a little upset that he missed that pitch. Shiflett comes set. Here's the 1-1 to Rogers. Here's a breaking ball. Catches the corner. That will run the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes on Blake Rogers. As Shiflett comes set. Here is the 1-2 to Rogers. There's a breaking ball in the dirt. Blocked up very nicely there by Luke Sims. Have to give him an A+ on that block attempt. As the wind is picked up, blowing in from right center. As Shiflett comes set. Here's the 2-2 to Rogers. There's a ball hit into right field for a base hit as Peyton Gross, he will throw up the stop sign at second base. Blake Rogers with a 1-out single to right field. So my apologies to Mr. Rogers. As I said, Tony Gwynn would not flinch at a left-on-left opportunity, and neither did Rogers. Nice at bat there for the senior left-handed slugger. That is my son, so I might be a little biased, but that's okay. I can do that here on the Trojan Broadcasting Network. So Holt Roberts will step in. Runners at first and second, 1 down. First pitch to Roberts is a blazing fastball that catches the inside corner for a called strike. As Shiflett comes set. Couple looks at second. Here's the 0-1 to Roberts. There is a fastball that misses up for ball 1. That will even up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Trojans with 2 across here in the top of the 4th inning, take a 2-1 lead, getting their first base hits of the game this inning. Here's the 1-1 to Roberts. Here is a fastball as that misses just above the belt for ball 2. Again, I want to thank everyone that's tuned in so far for our inaugural YouTube streaming event here. I want to thank everyone. Like like to thank Mr. Ricky Millard for making all of this possible. A little bit better quality than the old iPhone give you from behind the plate. So 2 balls, 1 strike on Roberts. There's a breaking ball. Is that Uncle Charlie hits Roberts in the knee. So that'll be a painful at bat there for Roberts, but nonetheless got the job done. So that will put a Trojan at every white square. So 1 down with the bases full of Trojans. And we are going to have time granted as the head coach for the Calhoun Yellow Jackets will stroll out, give some pitching advice. We will take a short break and be back momentarily with you guys. And one thing that just slipped my mind, and thankful for the PA announcer here for Calhoun, I have completely forgot to go over our game sponsors. I will grab my cards and I will do that in the bottom of the 4th inning. Hopefully that'll be a little while from now as Tyler Forster will step in. First pitch from Shiflett is a ball low as Forster faced Shiflett last inning. Strikeout on 3 pitches. There's a ball hit into right field for a base hit as 1 run will score. Blake Rogers will throw out the anchor at third base as Tyler Forster comes through with a solid single to right field as that will plate Peyton Gross. And that will extend the Trojans' lead to 3-1. As the Trojans just have a merry-go-round going right now, 1 base at a time. So 3 in, that will bring up the catcher, Mr. Barrett Dockery. So the lefties have had no problem with Shiflett this thing. There's a ball, that's into right or left field for a base hit. And that will score 1 run. 90 feet at a time, boys, 90 feet at a time. So Dockery will bounce one into left field for another RBI single. Rogers will score. Roberts will pull in at third. Forster at second. And we will have a courtesy runner coming on. Will be, no idea, number 4, and the jerseys still aren't matching up, so I will say that is Maddox Millard. Dad standing right next to me, I'd say he would probably know better than anybody. So Millard is in to courtesy run at first. Bases remain loaded. That will bring up the 9-hole hitter, Mr. Cooper Jackson. First pitch to Jackson is a breaking ball. Missed low as Jackson was able to hold up. 1 ball and no strikes. Shows what I know about baseball. Been around baseball all my life, watching it, playing it. Lefty coming in, dealing. You think, well, he's going to have an advantage over the left-handed hitter. There's a chopper at the third baseline. Third baseman field. He throws on. He is not going to get the Philly flash. Cooper Jackson, that will go as yet another infield single, and that will score Roberts. The merry-go-round continues as that is 5 across for the Trojans. So, like I said, got a tough lefty on the mound. You've got 4 lefties that have been up this inning. I'm sorry, 3. I can't count. And they've all reached. So we're back to the top of the lineup as Nate Dunphy takes ball 1 as Dunphy was responsible for getting this going. So bases remain loaded with 1 down. Here's the 1-0 to Dunphy. There is a fastball And Dunphy could not hold up. So that will go as a swing and a miss. That will even up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the kick, the 1-1 to Dunphy. There's a breaking ball as that sweeps wide for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike on Dunphy. And Forster at third, Millard at second, Cooper Jackson at first as Calhoun has some action in their bullpen. There is a breaking ball as that is over at the knees for a call strike. That will even up the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Dunphy. See if Dunphy can fight one off here on the left side. There is a huge hole between short and third. Well, he's trying. Breaking ball fouled off at the plate. So 5 across here for the Trojans in the top of the 4th inning. As Dunphy will collect his thoughts. He will await the 2-2 from Shiflett. Here it is. There is a emergency swing. Fouled the ball off. Made sure that Mr. Cade Cowan, the on-deck hitter, was paying attention. That was almost the ultimate ugly finder. Cowan had to bound out of the way of that ball. Here's the 2-2 to Dunphy. There's a breaking ball. That is served. Oh, fielded by second base. He will throw on to first to retire the side, as that will go as a 4-3 double play as Jackson is doubled up, but a productive inning for the Trojans. The top of the 4th, 5 runs, 6 hits. There were no errors, and there were 2 base runners left. So as we move to the bottom of the 4th inning, your new score is Gordon Lee 5 and Calhoun 1. So as we are back with you guys here in the bottom of the 4th inning, we have sophomore Aiden Goodwin taking over on the bump for Bo Rudy. First pitch is a fastball, swung through and missed. Here's the 0-1. There's a fastball, fouled back as we have defensive adjustments, I should say. We have Cooper Jackson moving to left field and Bo Rudy moving from the bump to right field. So Goodwin kicks the 0-2 pitch. There's a breaking ball, misses high, 4-1. As the mystery here, number 44, struck out his first at bat. There's a fastball, swung through and missed. 4 out, number 1. So a nice debut there by Goodwin. Avery Shiflett will stroll to the plate. Shiflett has the only hit of the game for Calhoun. They single his last at bat off of Bo Rudy, the only hit Rudy gave up. There's a fastball that misses low for a 2-ball and no strike count. There's a fastball swung through and missed. Here's a kick, the 2-1 pitch. There's a fastball, skied left side and out of play. That would even it up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. And I shall not tell a lie, as after this pitch, we'll say thank you to some of our baseball sponsors. It's a good one. Likes it. Kicks 2-2 pitch. Fastball, letter high, swung through and missed. Oh, 2 up and 2 down for Goodwin. I'd like to say thank you to Keller Williams, Reliance, Mr. Ronald Ramsey, Lisa's Gold and Diamonds, Container with Mr. Wade Bradley. So 2 down. That will bring up the first baseman, Spencer Evans. There's a fastball. That is fouled off left side. I'd like to also say thank you to the Village, Wise, Angela Fowler Realty, Teams and Teams, TAS Equipment, North Georgia Heavy Equipment, L.E. Myers. There's a kick in the 0-1. There's a breaking ball that misses low, evens it up at 1-1. I'd like to also say thank you to Stock, Global, Weems, PDP. Here's the 1-1. Fastball, fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. PDP, Mike and D. Potter, Eldridge Heat and Air, Legacy Turf, Mr. Colby Wood, Wilson Funeral Home, and last but not least, I will save that for after this 1-2 pitch. And here it is. There's a fastball that misses high for ball 2. Last but not least, I'd like to say thank you to Choo Choo Barbecue, Mr. Jeff Beagles. Here is the kick and the 2-2 pitch. There is a breaking ball, swung on and missed as Mr. Goodwin comes in and makes quick work of the Jackets here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Nothing doing as we move to the top of the 5th inning. Your score remains Good Guys 5 and the Stingers of Calhoun 1. All right, so we are back with you guys. We are moving to the top of the 5th inning. Avery Shiflett will be out for his 3rd inning of work. Leading off here in the top of the 5th will be Mr. Cade Cowan. As Cowan is 1 for 2 on the night. First pitch is a fastball, misses outside for ball 1. Cowan with the first base hit of the evening for the Trojans last inning. Set the stage for a huge 5-run top of the 4th inning. A Shiflett misses low for ball 2. Matt Goddard, you are exactly right. I just about slipped and said the Canton Stingers, but trust me, if Canton Stingers comes out of my mouth, the legendary Matt Goddard name will soon follow that. There's a fastball, catches the outside corner. That will run the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Matt, glad you could tune in and join us this evening. As Shiflett will come set with nobody on base. Kicks. Here's the 2-1 to Calhoun. There is a breaking ball. That misses high. That will run the count to 3 balls and 1 strike. As Shiflett, after that first inning, had a little trouble with his breaking ball. At first inning, it was unhittable. Starting to have a little problem with throwing it for a strike now. 3-1 to Calhoun. There is a fastball. As that will be on the outside corner. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Calhoun. Leading off here in the top of the 5th inning, Trojans with a 5-1 lead. There's a fastball as Calhoun will spit on it, and he will take a leadoff walk here in the top of the 5th inning. So good start, as leadoff walk last inning led to 5 runs. So see if we can throw double 5s up on the board here. Trojans with a 5-1 lead here as we play in the top of the 5th inning. As Bo Rudy steps in, Rudy came through with a clutch 2 RBI single his last at bat. As he takes the first pitch over for a called strike. As Shiflett will come set just above the belt. There's a fastball that will back Rudy off of the plate. That misses inside for a 1-ball, 1 strike count. It's turned into a beautiful night here in Calhoun, Georgia. Here's the 1-1. There's a fastball that catches the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As the astronomy side of me, looking at a moon, I would have to say it may be Venus and Jupiter. They were in the sky last night, so I'm sure they're making a return tonight. There's a throw over to first as Calhoun is back safely. But again, you just never know what topic of discussion we will have on these broadcasts. Here's the 1-2. There's a breaking ball as Calhoun was off. Shortstop will field. He will put it in his pocket as Bo Rudy will leg out an infield single as Ripken West ranges as he was covering as Calhoun was off on the pitch. Had to slam on the brakes, reverse field, was able to field it and had no chance to throw Rudy out. So that will go as an infield single. So yet again, nobody out. Trojans with runners at first and second as Rudy will give way as Peyton Gross will come in as a pinch runner this time for Bo Rudy, as Rudy has moved to right field, therefore cannot be a courtesy runner situation. So Gross will enter. And this will be his last action of the night, as Bo Rudy, I'm sure, will re-enter the game and go to right field in the bottom of the 5th inning. So no outs. Brody Jenner steps in. First pitch to Jenner is a fastball just off the outside corner for ball 1. As Coach Dunphy flashes the signs to his base runners. As Shiflett comes set, here is the 1-0 to Jenner. Here is a fastball that misses just above the belt for ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes on Jenner. This is the old One pitch, one spot. If you like it, swing it. If not, leave it alone. 2-0. Here is a, I don't know if that was a cutter or something that Shiflett just took something off of to get it over. That was a strike called. So 2 balls and 1 strike on Brody Genter. With no outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Trojans with runners at first and second. Here's the 2-1 to Genter. There's a breaking ball in the dirt. Once again, blocked up nicely there by Luke Sims. Not sure what grade Sims is, and not sure who their catching coach is, but Mr. Sims has done an excellent job of blocking balls up tonight. I will give him an A for effort. So Shiflett comes set, 3-1 to Jenner. Here's a ball laced. That ball's going to get over the right fielder's head. That ball's going to roll to the warning track. Calhoun will score. Peyton Gross, he will round third. He will pull in as Coach Dunphy gives the stop sign. And Brody Jenner with a line drive double over the right fielder's head, as that will score 1 run. That will bring up first baseman Blake Rogers. Peyton Gross has got to figure this out, that you have got to get on your horse when Brody Jenner's running up your heels, because Jenner, if you did not tune in the first game, turned down a track scholarship. He was going to be the end man in the 4x100. So that tells you what kind of speed Jenner has. So 1 run in. Blake Rogers with an infield in here. First pitch is a fastball. It buzzes the tower. Backs Rogers out of the box. 1 ball and no strikes. This is a golden opportunity here as a hitter. Infield in, just punch the ball, punch it over, get you a couple RBIs here. Here's the 1-0 to Rogers. There's a breaking ball as that snaps over for a called strike. See if the Trojans can play a little small ball here, as this is something that hurt them last year at times. Here's the 1-1 to Rogers. There's another breaking ball as that snaps over the inside corner for a 1 ball and 2 strike count. See if Shiflett triples up on the breaking ball here. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Rogers. Here's the kick. The 1-2. There's a breaking ball. He did triple up on it. Stayed just a little bit high. I'm going to say it was a good eye. Not sure if Rogers was looking for that pitch or not. Nonetheless, ball 2. So Shiflett, he will look in, get his sign. He will come set. Trojan second and third. Here's the kick. The 2-2 pitch. There is a ball hit off the pitcher. Oh, pitcher slowed it up just enough for the shortstop, Ripken West, to field it and throw on to just get Rogers by a half step. So that will go as a 1-6-3 put out with no advance by the base runners. So 2 down. Runners remain at second, third. That'll bring up Holt Roberts. I'm sorry, 1 out. My bad, 1 out. Getting ahead of myself. First pitch is a fastball. Fouled off at the plate for strike 1. So 1 down, 1 in for the Trojans here in the top of the 5th inning with a 6-1 lead. Infield remains in for the Jackets. There's a fastball as that misses outside for ball 1. See if Roberts can pick up Rogers here with a sac fly, something to at least pick up 1 run here. It's a kick, the 1-1 to Roberts. There's a fastball, fought off foul right side over the Calhoun dugout. Runs the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Trojans with a 6-1 lead here as we play in the top of the 5th with 1 out. As Roberts digs back in. Here's the kick, the 1-2. There's a fastball as that misses low. as that will even it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Shiflett putting in a lot of work tonight, about to throw his 75th pitch of the evening. As Roberts digs in and awaits, here's the 2-2 pitch. There's a breaking ball swung through feebly as Roberts is retired on strikes for out number 2. So 2 down. Runners will remain at second and third. That will bring up Tyler Forster, as Forster is 1 for 2. That one hit coming off Shiflett last inning to drive home a run. There's a breaking ball in the dirt. Like a broken record. Blocked up nicely there by Sims. So 1 ball and no strikes. As Calhoun's coach will call for time, and that will be the end of the evening for Mr. Shiflett. As this will be Calhoun's second visit of the inning. I could be wrong, but I thought it was their second trip this inning. Nope, obviously I'm wrong. So, will not be the first time, nor will it be the last time that I've been wrong. So, I guess that was last inning. So, 1 ball and no strikes as Shiflett gets his marching instructions. 2 down, runners at second, third for the Trojans. He comes set. Here's the 1-0. There is a fastball as that is low and off the plate for ball 2. As Shiflett comes set. Kicks here is the 2-0. There is a tapper out to second. Second baseman will backhand. He will throw on to first to retire the side. So Trojans get 1 out of that, but had second and third with no outs and could not push across anymore. Hopefully that's not something that will come back to haunt them. Well, we will see. So in the top of the 5th for the Trojans, 1 run, 2 hits, and 2 base runners left. As we move to the bottom of the 5th inning, your new score is Gordon Lee 6 and Calhoun 1.
Jackson said Aiden wants to be a PO this summer. You hear that?
Pitcher only. That's what Jackson says. Waiter just wants to be a PO. Maybe he thinks if he is gonna play in college,
Yeah, but he can still play in the field.
I know.
At this point, right?
They all say it is just like
So leading off here in the the bottom of the 5th inning will be the shortstop, Ripken West. As West will step in for his second at-bat. First at-bat was a base on balls as Aiden Goodwin is back for his second inning of work. Here's the 0-1. There's a fastball swung on and missed. So quickly, no balls and 2 strikes is Goodwin. Just like Bo Rudy has come in pumping nothing but strikes. It's what you want when you've got a lead late in the ball game. So kick the 0-2. There is a fastball. I'm not sure where that ball was. It was a ball. From where I'm standing, it looked like it was center cut, but I'm sure it wasn't. Good pitch for a no ball, 2-strike count. Here's a kick, the 1-2. There's a break the balls, that misses low. That we're leaving it up 2 balls, 2 strikes. We play here in the bottom of the 5th inning. There's a fastball. That's just off the outside corner. That will run the count full. Good one. West, the number 7 hole hitter here for Calhoun. Fastball fouled straight back. Count remains 3 balls, 2 strikes. It's a good one. We'll deal the payoff pitch here. See what happens. Here we go. There's a ground ball to third. Brody Jenner will gobble it up. He will fire it across to first. A nice stretch there by Blake Rogers to retire West for out number 1. That will bring up the right fielder Isaac Green as Green grounded out to Bo Rudy his first at bat. First pitch from Aiden Goodwin is a fastball swung through and missed for strike 1. There's fastball, misses low. I have to say this is a totally different looking Trojan team that opened 2 weeks ago against Christian Heritage, as did not play their best game, as losing 8-4 in 8 innings, giving up 7 unearned runs to Christian Heritage, as the 2 big errors in that game led to their downfall. Here's the kick and the 1-1 pitch. Here is a fastball for a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strike. You would think coming out after a 2-week layoff there'd be some rustiness, but the game that they've played so far, they look like they're in mid-season form. So there's a ball fought off just wide of the bag at third. As the count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes as Cooper Jackson comes right into your living room. If I had a pen on me, I would have saw if I could have got an autograph from Cooper, but I have to start carrying a pen with me. 1 ball, 2 strikes from Goodwin. Here's the pitch. There's a fastball. Well outside, as that will leave it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. As we are in the bottom of the 5th inning, Trojans with a 6-1 lead. Yeah, I think runner took off. Scoreboard had 2-2. I had 2-2. I think he stole a base on balls there. So I'll bring up the catcher Luke Sims with 1 out, runner at first. First pitch is a fastball, as the home plate umpire says that Sims offered on that bunt attempt, as the Calhoun head coach is going to go in and talk to the home plate umpire, as he is not sure about that call, but that is a judgment call. Home plate umpires want him to ask for help, but he has already made that call, so he cannot go out. He can't go out and appeal that call. As the home plate umpire called it a strike, he can't overturn that call. Not sure what that discussion was about, because if you're going to tell me that the field umpire had a better view of that than the home plate umpire, then we've got some issues. So not sure what that discussion was about. Nonetheless, pitch remains a strike, so no balls and 1 strike on Sims. As now Coach Dunphy will asked for time. We'll see if he's getting some clarification on what this discussion's about. All right. So, I guess everything's squared away. I guess Coach Dunphy got the answer he was. Well, now there's a ball on the scoreboard, so we're not sure what the count is. There's a bunt attempt. Barrett Dockery will field. So that will go. Well, now Coach Dunphy is out again. So let's see what the so the umpires are going to discuss something. Not sure what it is. So right now, that will go as a bunt single. So runners at first and second with one down. And the field umpire says safe for whatever the discussion is. Not sure if Coach Dunphy's saying that the base runner was running inside the running lane and interfered with that throw, even though it did not make contact with him. You've got a running lane that the batter has to adhere to. And even if there is not any contact made on the throw, if the base runner does not give the fielder a clear throwing angle, then obstruction can be called. Coach Dunphy's pretty heated, so I'm guessing that's what he was arguing, that there was obstruction there as he was running inside the line. Nonetheless, that play will stand. So now Calhoun has runners at first and second with one down. That will bring the center fielder C.J. Hawkins, as Hawkins is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. There's a bunt attempt. Barrett Dockery will field. He will throw on to first to retire Hawkins. So 2 down, as that will go as a well executed sac bunt, as that will go 2-4 on the put out. That will move runners up to second and third with 2 down. That will bring up the third baseman Cooper Evans. So 2 down. As Goodwin will go from the windup. First pitch is a fastball skied right side and out of play for strike 1. Well, Calhoun's got a little bit of life in their dugout, down 5 with runners at second and third. Here's the kick by Goodwin, the 0-1. There's a ground ball up the middle. Calhoun will knock it down. He will throw on to first, 2. Retire Evans, 4 out, number 3. Nice job there by Calhoun to knock it down and to stay with it and gun it over to first to retire the side. So for Calhoun in the bottom of the 5th, no runs, 1 hit. There were no Trojan errors and 2 base runners left. As we go to the top of the 6th inning, your score remains Gordon Lee 6 and Calhoun 1.
I meant to ask you, I probably owe you money because I doubt Jackson had any money. Well,
Oh, didn't?
I appreciate it because he was like, well, we don't have one there. I was like, that's expensive. He has Apple Pay, but I didn't think he had. Well, thank you. Yeah, Jackson showed me that. No.
So taking over on the bump for Calhoun here in the top of the 6th will be Wes Taylor. Barrett Dockery will lead off with a first pitch called strike. So no balls and 1 strike. As Taylor kicks, here's the 0-1. There's a fastball that misses up. 4-1. That will even up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. As Taylor kicks, the 1-1 to Dockery. There's a fastball skied right side. First baseman is over, and that will be on top of the Calhoun dugout for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Dockery, as Dockery is 1 for 2 with a base hit. That coming in the 5th inning in which the Trojans put 5 across. There is the old yellow hammer there for a called strike. So I guess I thought that was strike 3. So that's the second time I've been wrong tonight. There's a breaking ball hit right at the center fielder, dead in his tracks for out number 1. So 1 down, that will bring up the left fielder, Cooper Jackson, as Jackson is 1 for 2 with his customary infield single. First pitch from Taylor is a fastball, misses low for a 1 ball and no strike count. Here's the kick and the 1-0. There is a fastball that just misses off the outside corner, to the dismay of the Yellow Jackets left fielder, who I would think that he would think every pitch his pitcher threw would be a strike. Next pitch is a fastball, bounded up the first base side. First baseman will field it right at the bag, take 1 step, and retire Jackson for out number 2. So 2 down, and that will turn the lineup over as Nate Dunphy will step in. Dunphy is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. First pitch is a breaking ball, misses low, 4-1. A 1 ball, no strikes on Dunphy here in the top of the 6th inning. Next pitch is a fastball. That is off the outside corner for a 2 ball, no strike count. As Taylor kicks, the 2-0 to Dunphy. There's a fastball. That is off the corner also for a 3 ball and no strike count. Taylor kicks the 3-0. There's a fastball. That also is wide, 4-4. So Dunphy will trot down to first with a 2-out walk. Cade Cowan will step in, see if Dunphy is moving here with a chance to get a little bit bigger lead with a righty on the mound. Cowan steps in. He is 1 for 2 on the night. As Taylor comes set. First pitch to Cowan is a breaking ball in the dirt. Blocked up again there by Sims. Not sure if they give a Player of the Game award. If they do, Mr. Sims gets my vote, even though my vote doesn't matter. 1 ball, no strikes on Calhoun. Here's the kick. His Dunphy is off on the pitch. Here's a ball outside. The throw to second is not nearly in time as Dunphy swats it standing. So 2 balls, no strikes on Calhoun. Dunphy with his first stolen base of the season. Huge insurance run standing at second base. There's Taylor. There's a throw. Dunphy takes off to third. Here's the throw to third. Dunphy is out as took a big lead. Taylor turned to throw to second. Dunphy took off and was cut down. So that will go as a 1-6-5 caught stealing, and that will end the inning. So with Dunphy being thrown out on the caught stealing, there's no runners left on. As we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, your score remains Gordon 6 and Calhoun 1. All right, so leading off the bottom of the 6th for the Jackets will be the left fielder, Cohen Chadwick. As Chadwick is 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout on his ledger for this evening. As Aiden Goodwin is on for his 3rd inning of work. First pitch fastball, it misses off the plate for ball 1. It's the 1-0. There's a fastball. That misses low for ball 2. Two balls, no strikes on Chadwick. There is a fastball fouled off for strike 1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. 5-run lead. Leadoff hitter is important to keep off the bases. There's a fastball, grew, fouled back as that will bounce around on the turf of the Calhoun Yellow Jacket football field. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Chadwick. As Goodwin kicks and 2-2 pitch. There is a breaking ball as that misses low and in. That will run the count full. The payoff pitch. There is a tapper, first base side. First base coach with a nice barehanded grab there. I have to say, first base coach has made 2 barehanded plays over there, so he's having a good fielding night. The kick, the payoff pitch. There's a fastball, skied right side. Blake Rogers will come over and give it a look. And that ball will fall harmlessly close to the on-deck circle. As ball got up above the lights and I lost it. Rogers had to run a country mile dancing around the on-deck hitter. No harm, no foul. So count will remain 3 balls and 2 strikes. There's a ball laced down the right field line. That ball is wide of the foul pole for a long foul ball. Hit it well. Had plenty of distance, but just hooked it to the wrong side of the pole for the Jackets, the right side of the pole for the Trojans. So 3 balls and 2 strikes is Goodwin kicks. Payoff pitch. Almost the same spot. That, not sure that had home run distance. Long strike. So if we're playing softball rules, 3 fouls and you're out. So maybe we can implement that here. So the count remains 3-2. This will be a good time for a fastball in the outside corner after yanking those last 2 foul. See what Goodwin comes up with. He kicks, payoff pitch. There is a breaking ball, and that misses wide for ball 4. So Chadwick with a leadoff walk. That will bring up the designated hitter, Sager Quinn. Quinn is 0 for 2. There's a ball hit into left center field as Cooper Jackson will field it. As Quinn will pull up at first, as Chadwick will go first to third on the base hit. So the Jackets with runners at the corners and nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Trojans with a 6-1 lead. That will bring up the pitcher Wes Taylor for his first at-bat of the evening. First pitch, there's a bunt attempt. Bunted back into the net for strike 1. So some action in the Trojans bullpen as Jackson Scally gets hot. That's Goodwin. The 1-0. There's a ball outside. A snap throw to first by Barrett Dockery as that will sail into right field. So Seager will go to second on the E2. Chadwick will score. So that will put a runner at second with nobody out. There's a ball hit into right center field. It's Nate Dunphy. He will stroll over and he will squeeze it for out number 1. So 1 down. Quinn will advance to third. That will bring up the first baseman, Spencer Evans. Evans is 0 for 2. First pitch fastball. That ball is hit. A nice running catch there by Cooper Jackson. As Jackson, nice running catch as that will go as a sac fly. So it will go as a sac fly 8, allowing Quinn to score. So the Trojans will gladly trade a run for an out. So 2 down as a second run crosses for the Jackets here in the bottom of the 6th. Cut the Trojans lead to 6-3. That will bring up the shortstop Ripken West as West is 0 for 1 with a walk. First pitch from Aiden Goodwin is a breaking ball. It catches the outside corner for a called strike. Next pitch is an even better breaking ball. That was a ball. First pitch was a good pitch, called strike. That was a better pitch. I guess it missed inside or outside or high or something. Next pitch is a fastball. Again, looked like a called strike. Home plate umpires saw it differently, but appeal to the first base umpire, and he did offer. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a fastball from Goodwin as that misses up. That will even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 breaking ball catches the outside corner for a call. 3rd strike. So for the Jackets in the bottom of the 6th inning, there were 2 runs. There was 1 hit. There was 1 costly error for the Trojans. And there was no base runners left. So we move to the top of the 7th inning. Your new score is Gordon Lee 6 and Calhoun 3.
Or last year, they didn't go by Dumpy. They came on that run.
No, Dumpy. Yeah, like if Dumpy drives. The bus. The bus. Oh my God. Get home before everybody. We always drive the train. When I tell you, I mean, people work. We will make it on time. Lincoln from window to window.
So he's really chatty. I was talking about that coming here. He's really chatty. Does he talk on the bus?
He just did real fast. What happened? The rest called something. God, but then the coach got really mad at him and started going again. The rest started going something.
We didn't know what happened. We just I'm sorry. Did we talk about
All right, so leading off the top of the 7th will be Cade Cowan. Cowan was in the box when Dunphy was caught stealing to end the top of the 6th inning. As Wes Taylor is back out for his 2nd inning of work. Cowan steps in, 1-4-2 on the evening. First pitch is a breaking ball over at the very bottom of the zone for a called strike. No balls, 1 strike. Next pitch is a breaking ball for the same result. I have to say, Mr. Taylor has a sharp 12-6 breaking ball. One that you could very easily give up on. Here's the kick, the 0-2. Another breaking ball as that misses wide for ball 1. Yet another nice block by Mr. Sims. Here's the kick and the 1-2 pitch to Cowan. There's a ball hit into left field for a leadoff single. So Cowan gets the inning started right for the Trojans as he will reach with his 2nd hit of the evening. So that will bring up the right fielder, Bo Rudy. As Rudy is 2 for 3, 2 singles, 2 RBIs. Leadoff runner on here in the top of the 7th. First pitch to Rudy is a fastball low. And yet again, Mr. Sims with yet another block. Figure keep throwing them. Eventually one's got to squirt past him. Maybe this will be the pitch. Here's the 1-0. There's a fastball, tapped foul. One ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 on Rudy. As Taylor will come set at the belt. Delivers the 1-1. There's a breaking ball that snaps just off the outside corner for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
It's going to be like 80 and then 50. Is that Thursday? And Friday and 50 and 90 at Saturday. Sunday.
So Taylor will come set at the belt. Kicks here the 2-1. There's a tapper out to short field, throw on to second for 1, and no return throw to get Rudy. So that will go as a 6-4 fielder's choice, retiring Calhoun for out number one. As Rudy has had some hamstring issues, so we will see who well, thought we were going to have a pinch runner, but maybe somebody's getting ready in there. First pitch to Brody Jenner is a fastball high for ball one. Sure that if Bo does stay on the bases, he has specific instructions. You are not going first to third on a routine single. 1 ball, no strikes on Jenner. There's a fastball as that catches the lower part of the strike zone for a called strike. That will even it up 1 ball and 1 strike. As we are in the top of the 7th inning, Trojans with a 6-3 lead. Taylor kicks. There's a breaking ball as that misses. Nope, misses high, but the umpire threw his right hand out. So, unfortunately, his call overrides mine. So, 1 ball and 2 strikes on Brody Jenner. There's a kick, the 2-2 breaking ball. As that is low, squirts away, not far enough for Rudy to move up, and that will even it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Jenner. Jenner is 1 for 3 with a double. A scorcher with double over the right fielder's head his last at bat. It's a kick, pitch, fastball. That misses wide. And that will run it full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes on Jenner. Is sure Rudy will be staying put here on the pitch. Here's the kick and the payoff pitch. There is a breaking ball, and that is in the dirt for ball 4. So Jenner will take a base on balls. Bo Rudy will trot down to second base. That will put runners at first and second, 1 down. Blake Rogers will stroll to the plate as Rogers is 1 for 3 on the night. So we're going to have a meeting of the minds here as Calhoun's coach will come out to discuss some strategy. As Coach Dunphy is going to the home plate umpire. As Coach Thomas Gray is waving Bo Rudy off. And we will have a pinch runner. As that is well, not sure who that is. Number 4. That's Maddox. There you go. I should know that by now. So Maddox Millard will come in to pinch run for Bo Rudy. Now that will be the second pinch runner for Bo Rudy. Therefore, he is done for the rest of this game. So we will see who will take over in right field, if that is Maddox or who that may be. So we have runners at first and second, 1 down. Blake Rogers steps in. Rogers 1 for 3 on the evening. See if Rogers can come up with a base hit here to drive in at least 1 run. As Taylor will come set at the belt. The first pitch to Rogers is a fastball that is off the outside corner for ball 1. It's one of the outfitters yelled good pitch, and it did look good, but I guess it was off the plate. The 1-0 to Blake Rogers. Kicks here is the 1-0. There's a breaking ball. It stays high, so a 2 ball and no strike count. And watching Rogers play ball since he was 3 years old, he does not swing at very many 2 ball no strike pitches. So We'll see what we do here. Comes set at the belt. Kicks the 2-0 to Rogers. Well, he fooled me there. Cued one. Fastball. Fouled off left side. So 2 balls and 1 strike on the left-handed hitting Rogers. This would be time for a great slice job. If Rogers could just slice one down this third baseline here. Left fielder heard me saying that. It ain't moves over. Here's the kick, the 2-1. There's a break of balls. That misses high and wide for ball 3. So 3 balls and 1 strike on Blake Rogers. Holt Roberts awaits on deck with 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. Trojans with a 6-3 lead. Here's the kick and the 3-1 to Rogers. There's a fastball. That misses high as it whizzed by the GL logo on the batting helmet of Rogers. So he will take first with a base on balls, and that will load the bases with 1 down for Holt Roberts. And see what we have here is Coach Dunphy is going to have we have double barrel wholesale substitutions here as Jenner and Rogers both are going to be lifted for pinch runners here. So Jenner will give way to Ty Thompson, and Rogers will give way to, I'm not sure who that is. That looks like, well, I don't know. So I'm going to say Landon Norton. It's probably not right, but Landon's the pick of the night. So 1 out, Holt Roberts steps in, base is juiced. Corners are in, middle is back, playing for a double play. First pitch to Roberts is a fastball outside for ball 1. Some huge insurance runs on the base paths for the Trojans. Next pitch is a fastball, and that misses high for ball 2. Oh, there is nobody warming up in the Jackets bullpen, so this looks like this is Mr. Taylor's mess to get out of. So 2 balls, no strikes. There's a tapper out to second. Second baseman field on to short for 1. Replay to first. Relay to first is not in time. Ball skips by the first baseman. There is Ty Thompson. He will score. So a productive out for Roberts, as that will go as a 4-6 fielder's choice. Millard will score. Norton's out at second. The relay to first was not in time. Thompson scoring on the E6. So that will push the Trojan lead to 8-3. As Tyler Forrester will step in. He is 1 for 3 on the night. So 2 huge insurance runs there for the Trojans, pushes their lead to 5. There's a fastball swung through and missed by Forrester. One ball, 1 strike. It shares a fastball as that misses wide. So 2 balls and 1 strike is I think the scoreboard operator here is in denial as he has not put that 8th run up on the board yet. Here's the kick and the 1-1. There's a breaking ball. Catches the outside corner for strike 2. So that run counts 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's my mistake, misspoke there. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. Trojans with 2 across. As Taylor will come set at the belt. As Forrester will ask for time, and it is granted.
I wonder what would happen if she decided to lose.
All up in their business. She gets all of them.
As Taylor comes set at the belt, kicks in the 2-2 pitch.
He'd be like, Mom.
There's a ball in the dirt. That will run the count full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on Forster, as Roberts will be off on the pitch.
No.
Here's the kick, the payoff pitch. There's a fastball, fouled back.
It looks good. They're real serious about their baseball.
Walter, I don't know if you're still watching, but I am available. If McCauley would like to offer up a contract, I can do some special guest commentary for the defending state champion McCauley Blue Tornado. It will not come cheap, though. Keep that in mind. Oh, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Taylor will come set. Kicks in the payoff pitch. There's a tapper. Second baseman will field. He will throw on to first to retire Forster. 4 out, number 3. So yet another productive inning for the Trojans. It's 2 runs, 1 hit. There was 1 costly Jackets error and 1 base runner left. So as we go to the home half of the 7th inning, your new score is Gordon Lee 8 and Calhoun 3.
Yeah, they went a little longer this year. I mean, we didn't know, but just watching them. Plus, they did that showcase.
Was that Jesse? Yeah.
We did? Oh, good. I didn't see them. You want to pitch it and they're going to hit it. We just need players. That's it.
I love that sound when the pitcher pitches it. Oh, it's like my baseball buddy's going.
Like Amanda Heisler? She's at home. This is her hometown. Good. That's good. Nobody's off to it. Like a baby. Nobody.
As we move to the bottom half of the 7th inning, have Jackson Scally taking over on the bump. Brock Crutchfield, if my eyes are right, which there's a chance they're not, looks like checked into right field. Blake Rogers will re-enter the game at first base. Brody Jenner will re-enter the game at third base. And Jackson Scally is on to get arguably the toughest 3 outs of a ball game. The good thing is at this point, a grand slam does not tie the game. So leading off will be the right fielder Isaac Green, as Green is 0 for 1 with a walk. First pitch is the unleaded for a swing and a miss. Next pitch is a fastball, literally at the letters of Jackets, for a call strike, as the third base coach did not appreciate that call by the home plate umpire. So quickly, no balls, 2 strikes by Scally. Kicks the 0-2. There's a fastball, misses up above the letters. 4-1. Well, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Scally kicks. There's a breaking ball. That catches Mr. Green. Window shopping for strike 3. That will bring up the blockmaster catcher, Luke Sims. Sims is 1 for 1 with a walk. First pitch is a fastball outside for ball 1. Folks, I think if you get a chance to watch Calhoun this year, I'm not sure that you will find a better catcher at blocking balls up than what Luke Sims has put on show here tonight. Here's the 2-0. There's a fastball skied right side as Holt Roberts will look, and that ball is dropped. But that is a foul ball, as the first base umpire was standing right less than 2 feet from where the ball hit, and he made the call, but he was not very convincing. So now the ball was called foul, but now the Calhoun coaches will go in and have a discussion with the home plate umpire. Not sure what that discussion was about. But Roberts ranged far to his left. Took a glance down at Rogers. Once he took his eye off the ball, lost it, lunged at the last second. Ball tipped off the end of his glove, but falls harmlessly for a strike. Well, the 2-1 is a fastball that misses high. So 3 balls and 1 strike on Sims, with 1 down here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Trojans with a 8-3 lead. The scoreboard shows that the homestanding, the Jackets are ahead 44-8. There's a fastball over for a called strike. That will run the count full. Luckily, that is not 44-8. So 3 balls, 2 strikes as Scally kicks. Here's the payoff pitch. There's a fastball. Catches the outside corner for a call. 3rd strike. As Sims will take the stroll back to the first base dugout for out number 2 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Last chance for the Jackets will be the center fielder C.J. Hawkins, who is 0 for 2 with a sac bunt his last time up. First pitch from Scally is a breaker over for a called strike. No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 fastball swung on and missed. So no balls and 2 strikes as Scally looks for that elusive 3rd out. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Throw to first to finish the ball game, and that will end the ball game, as that will go as a strikeout with a 2-3 put out, and that is your ball game. So your stats will come here shortly once I get everything put in. All right, so your final line score, if I can find it. Yes, here we go. For the victorious Gordon Lee Trojans, 8 runs, 9 hits with 1 miscue. Bo Rudy throwing 3 innings. Not sure if he gets the win. I think you have to go 4 in high school, but guess what? I'm giving him the win. Huge outing for Bo. He will be credited with the win. For the Yellow Jackets, 3 runs, 3 hits, and 1 error. The loss will go to Aiden Shiflett. As Rudy goes 3 innings, giving up 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. The line for Shiflett, 3 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs, all earned, 2 walks, and 5 punch-outs. So an all-around great team effort for the Trojans tonight as they take down a very, very impressive Calhoun Yellow Jackets team, as the Trojans will even their season record at 1 win, 1 loss. Calhoun will drop to a 0-3 start for them. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in for our first game on YouTube. Hope everyone that tuned in enjoyed it. It was, trust me, much better than the old Facebook Live. So hope everyone enjoyed it. We will sign off. Again, want to thank everyone for tuning in.
Hey,
Want to
thanks
give
again.
a
It was good talking
shout out
to you.
to Mr. Ricky Millard for setting everything up and being the wizard behind everything that you saw tonight. So, I want to wish everyone a great evening here from Calhoun, Georgia. And we will sign off. We will see everyone Friday evening as we will travel down I-75 to take on the Dalton Catamounts. Is that first pitch will be at 5:30. So again, I want to thank everyone. We will sign off and see everyone on Friday evening for first pitch against the Dalton Catamounts. Everybody have a great evening.